Yes, 20 minutes? Okay. Ready? So good afternoon, boys and girls. I don't know if you are listening to me. So if you are listening, please write on the chat because I need to know if you are understanding me. Entonces, si me escuchan, por favor, escriban o confirmen or say yes in the chat, okay? So can I start? Okay. So boys, welcome again to your English class. This class is going to be shorter than the others because we are having technical problems, but I'm going to give you a very quick explanation about the topics that we are going to learn, and then we're going to make some examples, okay? Entonces esta clase va a ser más cortita, pero igual les voy a dar los temas. Los vamos a explicar, and then, as always, we're going to make examples. Como siempre, vamos a hacer algunos ejemplos, okay? So, the topics of our class are going to be prepositions of place, prepositions of time, regular verbs, and past simple, okay? Entonces, vamos a ver past simple, verbos regulares, and we're going to add them to prepositions of place, okay? So the objective of the class today is going to be to use those prepositions of place and prepositions of time in sentences with the present, with the past simple tense, okay? So for now, I'm going to explain you, the first ones that I'm going to explain you are prepositions of time. Entonces vamos a ver preposiciones de tiempo y luego de lugar. And the ones that I'm start with are prepositions of time. Vamos a verlas de primero. So I know that you already all the time watch in the sentences or in the text or in writings or also in conversations these three words: on, in, and at. So these three are the prepositions of time. Estas tres son las preposiciones de tiempo, okay? Each one of them describe us or give us the clarification into the sentence that the action is happening in some space of the time. Entonces esas son las que en las oraciones nos ayudan a especificar en qué, digamos, tiempo está la oración o en qué momento está hablando el participante de la conversación o del texto. Okay, so the first ones that we are going to explain are these three, but also you have to take into account something, and is that each time after a preposition you always have a noun, so it is like a grammar rule. Es como una regla gramatical que siempre después de una preposición tienes que tener un sustantivo. And then I'm going to explain you in which cases you can use each one of them. Okay, so the first one is on. So we use on when we are referring to parts of the day or stages of each one of our days. Entonces utilizamos on cuando nos estamos refiriendo a ciertas partes del día. So you know that we divide the days in morning, afternoons, evenings, nights. So we are referring, or when we want to make a sentence with on or with a specific stage of the day, cuando dividimos el día en partes, la mañana, la tarde y la noche, siempre utilizamos el on. So I'm going to make you an example. Okay, so for example, let's see. I'm going to erase this one. Did they confirm that they are listening? Yes? Okay. So we have, we have, this one is in. Leonardo speak with me so this is my example. Leonardo speak with me in the morning. As you see, this verb is in present and Leonardo is a third person. So I have to add an S. Okay? Speaks with me. Leonardo habla conmigo en la mañana. So this is my preposition of time. Okay? So it is a stage of the day in which I or I'm putting the sentence. Es una etapa del día en la que estoy poniendo la preposición de tiempo en la mañana. Another function of in, otra función de in is we are going to refer it with months or with centuries. Okay? So months and centuries. Okay? So when we are referring to in, or probably when I'm going to make some sentence in with in, or I'm referring to the year or some specific month of the year, cuando me estoy refiriendo a algún mes en específico del año, we have like the complete part, that is the year, tenemos una parte completa que es el año, but also we have parts in which the year is divided. Entonces tenemos partes en las que también el año se divide, que son los meses, so January, February, March, April, May, whatever, okay? So we're going to make like an example with a month. So for example, my birthday my birthday is on November, so it's in November, sorry, okay? So I'm referring that mi cumpleaños es en noviembre. So again, the preposition of time, okay? A year is divided in stages. Entonces un año se divide en etapas, el día se divide en momentos, mañana, tarde y noche, el año en meses, okay? And also the millennium in centuries. But centuries is not a quantity that we use so much. Entonces, los siglos no es como una cantidad que uno utiliza mucho, entonces dejémoslo en que nos sirve para las etapas del día, morning, afternoon and night, and also the months of the year, okay? Los meses del año y las etapas en las que se divide el día. Then we're going to go to on. Vamos a ir a on ahora sí. So I speak or I use on when I'm referring to dates, specific dates, specific holidays. So holidays are like celebrations. So for example, if we have Saturday and Sunday, but also Monday, you don't have to go to work because it is like a party or something. Entonces, los holidays son los festivos. Que uno el sábado descansa, el domingo descansa y el lunes no tiene que ir a trabajar porque es festivo. So specific holidays, and also we know them as Christmas, as Holy Week, as the Independence Day. Entonces los conocemos como festivos específicos. La Navidad, la Semana Santa, la Independencia o algún evento en la ciudad. For example, the next holiday is on 7th August. El próximo festivo es el 7 de agosto, por ejemplo. So we use on with these ones. Also we use on with days on the month, days of the month. And we're going to make an example. So I have to say, I work on Monday. Yo trabajo el lunes. This is my preposition of time, okay? Or for example, I can say, Silvia talked to Camila on Christmas. So for example, I can say, yo trabajo el lunes, o Silvia habla con Camilo en Navidad. Okay, so a specific stage of the time. And Christmas is a holiday. Es un festivo específico, es un festivo que tiene nombre. Okay. Also, we have this one, at. Remember that in and on we can use it too with prepositions of place. In y on las podemos utilizar como preposiciones de tiempo o como preposiciones de lugar. But later we're going to see prepositions of time. Ya vamos a ver las preposiciones de lugar. So I'm referring to at, or I use at when I'm referring to hours or specific times of the day. Hours. Hours or specific moments. So I can say my students my students are in class at 6 p.m. So in is not anymore a preposition of time because I'm putting a place or like an abstract concept of a place. Estoy poniendo un contexto de lugar. So in is not anymore a preposition of time. It's a preposition of place in this sentence. But the one that we are interested about is this one, at. Mis estudiantes están en clase a las 6 de la tarde. The 6 o'clock are like a specific hour. It's a specific hour, okay? Es una hora en específico, okay? So we're going to go to the prepositions of time. Vamos a ir a las preposiciones de lugar, sorry. Prepositions of place, prepositions de lugar. So, same as the prepositions of time, they help us to like clarify the information in a sentence, okay? Like to put more details in a sentence. Igual que las preposiciones de tiempo nos ayudan a poner más información o a especificar la información dentro de una oración, okay? So the prepositions of place are the one who tell me where is the object or where is the subject, okay? Las preposiciones de lugar son las que me dicen dónde está el objeto o el sujeto de la oración del que estoy hablando. So you're going to imagine that this is a paper sheet. Esta es una hoja de papel, okay? This is a paper sheet. And I'm going to explain you with a little ball or with a little circle the prepositions of place. Entonces les voy a explicar con un círculo las preposiciones de lugar. So when I said that the circle is like here in this part of the paper sheet, for example this one, I have to say that is on. Why do I have to say that is on? Porque digo que es on. Because the object is having contact with the surface. El objeto está teniendo contacto con la superficie de lo que estoy describiendo. So I have to say that the charcoal is on the paper sheet. Okay, la tiza está en la hoja, pero está teniendo contacto. So I have to say is on. Okay. Then we have like the different that is in. So you're going to imagine that we have a table. So van a imaginar que tenemos una mesa. And the circle or the little ball, la bolita o la plastilina o el objeto que estamos utilizando, is in the table. So it's touching the table, the surface of the table. Está tocando la superficie de la mesa. So I have to say in. Okay. Also, for example, here, I am in the studio. Estoy tocando la superficie o el piso de donde estoy y estoy en un lugar en específico, so I'm in. Okay. Also, we have some others that is below or under. So imagine the charcoal again, and the charcoal is below the paper. Está abajo. Okay. So below or under is abajo. Okay. Also, we have another one, and is over or above. over or above. So imagine again, the paper and my charcoal is above or over the paper sheet. Está arriba o encima de, okay? It doesn't like have to be touching the surface. No necesariamente tiene que estar tocando la superficie, solamente está arriba o encima de algo, okay? Then we have another one, and we're going to like make another paper sheet here. Vamos a hacer otra hoja de papel acá. And when I'm referring that the object is in the middle of them, cuando me refiero a que el objeto está en el medio, I have to say between. Okay, so I can say, for example, that my paper, again, is between the two charcoals. So I don't know if you saw them, but the paper is between them. Está en medio de las dos tizas que estoy utilizando. So I have to say between, okay? The next one is beside or next to, al ladito. It doesn't matter if it's right or left. No importa si es derecha o izquierda. Cuando uno está al ladito o el objeto está al ladito de algo, we have to say besides or next to. Okay. So let's make some sentences with this one. Vamos a hacer algunas con estos. So I can say, for example, my notebook is verb to be, remember? Next to my bag. Mi cuaderno está al lado de mi maleta, but I'm not specifying if it's right or left. No estoy especificando si es a la izquierda o a la derecha, okay? Let's make another one. This one. My water bottle is in the table. Mi botella de agua está en la mesa. So I have to put the water bottle here. Okay? Está encima o en la mesa. Okay? We have another one. Between. So I can say I am, verb to be, and this one is the verb to be. I am between my parents. Estoy en medio de mis padres when we are referring to a party or a reunion or a lunch that you have, okay? Then we're going to see others. Vamos a ver otros. I don't know if we have questions. No sé si haya preguntas. No one? Okay. Let's do it with a box. So imagine now that this is a box. Ahora van a imaginar que ya no estamos utilizando la hoja de papel, sino que ya estamos utilizando una caja. My box. Okay? So I'm going to use the examples with the same circle. Vamos a utilizar la misma bolita que estamos utilizando. So when I said out of es que está afuera or doesn't belong to the inside of the box, no está dentro de la caja o dentro del objeto del que estoy describiendo. Let's do like with behind. So behind. Same as above and over, lo mismo que encima, estos dos. Me está diciendo que el objeto que tengo en la caja o que voy a meter a la caja no está aún en ella, está encima. Okay? So over, above, and behind. And we have another one. So let's imagine that the ball is inside. So I have to say that is into. Está dentro. So it is inside or into. La bolita está dentro de la caja, inside or into. Okay? Let's make some examples. So I can say, for example, my mother prepositions of place, this one. So let's see this one. My sister is in class at 7 p.m. So I'm adding a preposition of place and a preposition of time in the same sentence. En la misma oración estoy utilizando una preposición de tiempo y una preposición de lugar. So if I say my sister is the subject, then we have the verb to be, and then we have in. In no me está marcando tiempo, me está marcando la posición o donde está mi hermana. So it is a preposition of place. Let's do it with this one, at. At is a preposition of time, and remember that we use at when we are like referring to a specific hours. Acuérdense que utilizamos at con horas específicas. Hours. So we have preposition of time. Okay? Also, I don't know if you have questions. Does anyone have a question? Because I think that we can finish the class now. Okay, so 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes. Yes. So let's make other 2 examples and then important information. So okay, so this one is a preposition of place. So, this is a clock on the wall. Este es un reloj en la pared. So the clock is on because it's touching the surface of the wall. Está en la pared y estoy utilizando el on porque el objeto está tocando la superficie a la que me estoy refiriendo, que es la pared. Okay? So this is a clock on the wall. So I have to hang the clock and the clock has to touch the wall. Cuando uno cuelga un reloj, usualmente el reloj tiene que estar tocando la pared con la puntilla y todo lo demás. Entonces, está tocando la superficie a la que me estoy refiriendo. Okay? So, it's on. This is the preposition of place. Also, we have another one, and it's one of the most common ones, and it's this one. So let's look at this one. The tree is in front of my house or my home. El árbol está frente a mi casa. In front of. All of them, the 3 words, 1, 2, 3, is a preposition of place. Las 3 palabras son una preposición de lugar y me está marcando enfrente de. So, this is my home. I'm sorry, it's ugly. Como feita mi casa, but it doesn't matter. And the tree is in front of my house. I have a tree in front of my home. Okay. I guess we're going to get like deep into this topic from like the future classes because the time was not enough. But if you have questions, remember that you can like use la hoja de ruta. Ahí también hay preposiciones de tiempo y de lugar para que las trabajen. And also, we're going to like get more involved tomorrow, okay? I'm going to explain you more of them, more of preposition of time and place, and also how we can use it with past simple, okay? So have a great night, goodbye.